Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Bustin' Pixels from Onyx Con. I am Joseph R. Wheeler III. Welcome back for another exciting episode as I take you on a review of some things I've found in the world of CyberPunk 2077. That's right, the amazing video game that you either love or hate, or as I like to say, I have a love-hate relationship, but I love it more than I hate it. It gets on your nerves, but it always redeems itself. Today we're talking about NPCs, non-playable characters, and especially giving a salute to the ladies of Night City, who get stuck in the ground sometimes, but will sometimes still hold a very odd conversation with you. And it's always weird. It never goes anywhere, but you still persist and you try. And why did the developers make it so hard to put the talk function in action? You have to literally scan over a person and seem like a total creep before you can see the talk prompt and use it. Oh, wait a minute. This girl got that. Oh, hell no. Oh, damn, baby. No, she got that COVID 27. No, never mind. You have a nice day. Go get that checked out. Damn. Oh my gosh, this game is hilarious. So, you'll notice if you walk around and you try to talk to the ladies, even vendors like this was so hilarious. Like, she was the only one I found, or maybe one of many. I just haven't found the others programmed with the exact same engine. But she'll look at you, she'll give you a little slight smirk like, hey there. And I'm like, oh, damn, she actually seemed friendly. So you try to get close enough to do the talk, but you can never get, well, I didn't want to get much closer, and I couldn't get her to talk. And typically, some of the vendors will just talk to you, like they're programmed to talk. But even when they do, they don't say much that makes sense. So, okay, I went around the front. I said, maybe if I stand in front of her, whatever this is she's selling. No hello, how you doing, sir? May I help you? Here's what I have to sell. Some moldy fruit that's been sitting out all day. Don't you want some? I just had to do her lines for her because she has no lines. And who are these random kids? Did y'all see that kid? Who are these random kids just walking around Night City? Which I noticed, I think the developers have some little twisted game in their mind to play on us as players. Like every time, if you're a guy, you walk up to a lady, okay, and you try and start a conversation and you get the weird NPC lack of conversation, right? Suddenly a kid will appear as soon as you walk off or while you're in the area. It's almost like some psychological little joke they have in the office of, let's make it where every time a guy tries to talk to a girl and she ignores him or brushes him off, he sees a kid to remind him, yeah, if you were to have relations with her, this is what comes of it. You will have a kid, and there'll just be a random street kid walking around Night City with no parents. Like, what the hell is that? Okay, here's another rude one. I'm just trying to say hi. They go, okay, what do you want? That's about all they usually say. And look at it. There goes a random kid in the background. See, look. Just kids. Kids start popping up. Who are these kids? Somebody come get your damn children. I hate that. I cannot stay. I used to wonder when I first started playing the game, like, why is everybody in the whole city, for the most part, either a teenager or an adult? You never see any old folks except Wakako, one of the fixers. She's literally the only elder I can think of you see in the entire game. This lady here, she cracked me up. And then you can't walk near anybody without tripping them up. So you just seem like a jerk even when you're not a jerk. You're just trying to have a conversation. But the way the game is built, you have to get so close to start a conversation and see the little prompt for talk. And when you do, you make them trip over you. And then they get freaked out like that. Like, get away from me, you weirdo. So, yeah, okay. Oh, this game. And and the other thing, once you saw how that was the same person sitting down that I was trying to talk to standing up, if you talk to somebody too long, it's like the game, that's the other little inside developers joke they have. Let's make them keep seeing the same person over and over. And if you keep trying to talk to them, they're going to do the same thing. It's ridiculous. It's such a waste of programming to me. Like, this girl here, what, you want a new friend? Or maybe I swear, it's either that line or you either want you want a new friend and it's all rude and mean, or it's like, What do you want? Or, I don't know you. And I say, okay, all right, okay. So you come over here. You're like, lady, I'm just trying to have a conversation so I don't spend an entire hour just killing people on these murderous missions in this game. I mean, that's more that I could want to do with my time than busting bloody pixels. Sometimes I want to just have a conversation. Hey, you. There she goes again. Yeah, she walked past. Make you want to sing Far Side. She keeps on passing me by. Oh, there she is again. Different outfit. Same lady. This time she was halfway nice. Oh, never mind. She's a smoker. The one time she was halfway nice, she's a damn smoker. I don't talk to no. In real life, I ain't dealing with no smokers. Okay? Sorry if that offends you. If you're a smoker, get your life together. All it does is kill you. Please stop the bad habit, especially women. Ladies, come on. Come on. There's nothing attractive about smoking cigarettes. Nothing. I don't even like weed. Yeah, I said it. I know we're in the world of everybody wants to get weeded out and it's about to be legal. Yeah, I'll get some stocks and make some money off it. I mean, but I ain't trying to. No, I ain't trying to join the party. I ain't trying to lose no brain cells. I swear, y'all. So then there's always Jig Jig Street with your loyal concubine. You know, the one that makes you want to sing Rick James and say, she's a very freaky girl, the kind you don't take home to mother. She will never, never, never let your spirits down once you get her off the street. It's terrible, y'all, terrible. Oh my gosh. I'm just glad it's all pixels and voiceovers because it's really sad. Oh my goodness. Can't say it's not entertaining. It just depends on how you're looking at it and analyzing it, but it is sad. I mean, goodness. And she's always out there. Always. I mean, hey, I face the reality of the genre. This is supposed to be the dark cyber future, and everything's morbid and crazy, and people are depressed, and people use all types of escapism, including the worst ways to relate to each other in relationships. I mean, it's like prostitution is obviously legal. People do whatever they want with that, and it's just a thing. Now, there's places in the world where it's already like this, and cyberpunk holds a mirror to our face and says, how much of this do you really want to live if you're not currently living it? And then add in all the cyber mech technological advancements and cyborging of the human body, and whew, yeah, it can get real wild. But my thing is this: I'm saying, okay, I'm role playing, and as an actor, I can get my head into the game and enjoy it for what it is. But in doing so, I'm saying you have multiple apartments all over Night City. Why is it that you can't go out and meet you got all these hundreds of thousands of people that you could bump into, talk to, whatever, and you can't have relationships. You can't have, besides even intimate relationships, just platonic friendships. So that let's say you're in an area and you're on a mission and there's an innocent bystander who just happens to be your favorite vendor who's a buddy of yours, and by mistake you graze them with a bullet or something because you're shooting at an enemy or something like that, versus when it happens, the cops just pop out, you get a shootout, you might get away, you might not. Why can't it be more advanced? I mean, let's face it, of course we'll never get tired of looking at Pan Am, and once you start a relationship with her, it's awesome. And then there's Judy, but Judy ain't feeling the fellas, so unless you play as a girl, you got no chance. Then you get out in the street and you see cuties like this, and you're like, "Hey, what's up, ma? Hey, what's popping with you?" And she's like,
"What? You want a new friend?"
I mean, it's so bad you just gotta laugh, and it's everywhere. It's not like it's so it's so broken record.
Wow, where do you shop?
So she did give that one compliment that you'll hear some other folks say to you, like, "Oh wow, where do you shop?" So it's like, "Oh, okay, you like my gear?" So then you think, okay, the next line should be, "Yeah, I like this or I like that." I mean, how hard would it be with the money that goes into these games to program it where maybe they don't comment on every single clothing item you're wearing because goodness gracious, the inventory is insane. But if you've just changed your wardrobe, which they've made that more official now where you can do that, they'll make a little comment about, oh wow, I just like how you put your things together, or if you put things together that don't go together, maybe somebody insults you and says, woo, ain't you tacky? Or something, and then it starts a whole nother conversation. It doesn't have to always end in a fight or anything. It could just make it more interesting, you know?
You have nothing better to do?
Nope, I guess not. And they really wore that line out. You have nothing better to do?
Stuck on where I want to take my style. Anything you'd recommend?
Your eyes remind me of autumn. Might I suggest a piece from Chiaki, Kyoto?
Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call a quality salesperson who knows she's attractive and knows how to flirt with the customer in a high-end store and get a damn sale. See, if the game was really on point, I could have asked her all about the Japanese piece she was talking about. I could have impressed her with my 2 or 3 words in Japanese, and the next thing you know, V is taking her on a date that evening that ends quite well, and you just keep exploring that.
What's good here?
Whatever you desire.
Oh my gosh, did V just hear legitimate innuendo? See, that's when Johnny could have popped up and said, V, she's flirting with you. And then it goes on from there, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's when deadpan Keanu Reeves' voice would have been perfect. V, you don't know when a lady's flirting with you. Ask her for her number. And then it turns into a whole thing throughout the whole game, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Come on, CD Projekt Red. We are literally, the fans are feeding you your best game. But instead we get this weirdo. A ghost girl who tells you, I'm not afraid of anything. Like 200 other women in the non-playable characters that say the same thing. She literally walked out of a fence. I thought that was so hilarious. So I'm still just trying to see what she's gonna say.
I don't recognize you. Just passing through.
Oh man, it's so much. Oh, there goes some random kid. Where is your mom? Look at all these kids just running. This is not right, y'all. This is not right. This is not random kids just walking around Night City. They don't have no uncle, they don't have no guardians, no grandparents, no uncle, aunt, no mama, daddy, no nobody. And they all wear beanies and just mope around with all this crazy violence and psychotic people on the street. Oh my gosh.
Oh, God. Nothing makes sense.
I couldn't agree more, big girl. Nothing makes sense. She did a straight up about face. Nope.
Why's everyone got it out for me?
Oh my goodness. Now, I ain't thinking about you, woman. I just wanted to see what you were going to say. Now, what's really funny though, most of the girls who say that line are always wearing something that's extra revealing. Now, this is one of my favorite Ripper docs. She actually holds a pretty decent conversation with you. And there are other ones that give you some real information, tell you something interesting. I mean, she's telling you her history about how she came from Russia, somebody in her family got her into business. And she's kind of young, but she's just doing this for fun, but she's making good money.
I see. My uncle rented me the shop because it was my birthday. I'm 30. I will sit here and run the business until I get bored.
So, our city of dreams. What do you make of it?
It's wonderful. Compared to the USSR, so different.
Like it that much? Really?
Yes, terribly. You shoot at each other in the street. You must pay for first aid, emergency help. It's a nightmare, but so interesting.
Yo, there it is in a nutshell. It's so crazy, but so interesting. This has been another episode of Busted Pixels. Hope y'all enjoy. Stay tuned. And subscribe, chooms!